Bianca and welcome to my channel. Now today I'm going to be talking about my book title. So I'm going to talk a little bit about my process in finding my book title, and we're going to try and draft one out. And in all of my previous videos I have talked to all of you about how frustrating it is not having a book title. So I'm fed up, I've had enough, and it's about time that I find one. So we're going to take the time to actually work on it today. And yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit about my process. I've been working on my book title for quite a while. It's just been playing on my mind over and over ever since I've started writing this book. And it's been something that hasn't immediately come to mind. It's just been me going through different words, playing with different words in my head, and getting down some titles on paper. So if you can see here, I've got pieces of paper that I've just randomly dotted down some words, and I've just made a whole list of different words that I like and what I think would sound good in my book title. A lot of the words that I've played around with have the words like eyes in it, truth, lies, twisted, just those sort of words. So I want my title to have sort of an air of mystery about it. So those are why I've been playing around with those words. I think I've got perfect a lot, but that's because that's a major theme in the book description as well. So I've typed up all of these titles into a Word document and they're in a whole big line, and what I've done is I've highlighted all the titles that really stick out to me. During this process too, I have been looking up whether some of these titles have been taken by other authors, and they have. So I really don't want to have a title that is used before. But I have noticed that there are quite a few titles that are used by multiple authors. So I don't know what the copyright is with that, and whether you get into trouble for using other people's titles. I don't know, but I'd just rather not do it just in case. Even when randomly listing the titles, I still wasn't feeling 100% about them. So what I've done is I've done a bit of research, and I actually found a really good site to help me. So this site's article is basically talking about how to find the perfect title, and it's talking about brainstorming and what categories other book titles fall into. So they sort of split it up into different sections. So the first question is, who is the novel about? So there have been books published that talk about this and feature this. So for example, Forrest Gump and Lord of the Rings and Oliver Twist, those are all book titles that are based on the main character and who the main character is. The next question that you can sort of use is, what is the novel about? So some of the examples are The Hunger Games, To Kill a Mockingbird, like those sort of things. I like those titles because they can capture just in a few words what your book is and really simplify it. The next question is, when does your novel take place? And I know that there are some books that are written based on a certain time period, and that time period is central to the story. So there are titles like 1984 and 1001 Nights and that sort of thing. Whereas the next question is, where does your novel take place? So there are some books where the setting that it takes place are really central to the story. So there are titles such as A Passage to India, Cold Mountain, that sort of thing. And I don't think this really applies to my story because the setting and the time that it takes place isn't really pivotal for the story. My story is more about the characters, who they are, and what takes place. And then the next one that I really like, and I think it's a really interesting question to ask, is, why should someone read your story? Some of the titles that they've given as examples is John Dies at the End, The Heart is a Lonely Hunter, and As I Lay Dying. I have come up with a few really interesting titles. From the main list, I've highlighted 11 potential titles, whereas from the new list, based on that exercise, I have highlighted 5 titles that could potentially be good for my book. So I'm gonna get these titles, I'm gonna put them all together, and I'm gonna really compare them. I actually think I might actually get some keywords together that I really like, and I'm gonna try and play around with them together and see where I can come up with a really interesting title. So I'm gonna have a go and play around with these words and see what I come up with. played around with a few of the words and I made a few new titles, and I've narrowed down my list of 19 titles before into a few key titles that I really like, and I'm just gonna play around with them, sit on them, and really take the time to think whether these are the right titles for me. All I know is that for a book title, I don't just want a single word, I actually want a phrase or maybe a combination of really catchy words together. But I'm spending so much time on this title because I really know how important the title is to getting readers to your book. So I don't want to get it wrong, and I really want something that I'm happy with as well. I don't want to regret doing a certain title and looking back and thinking, why did I do that? I'm going to keep working on my book title. If any of you guys have any questions for me, leave them down in the comments down below. And if you're interested in more writing related videos, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.